Ranch, the lifestyle program. We're here on another Friday doing our live food cooking demo, and I have a recipe for you if you don't know what you are cooking this weekend. And today's food demo is the tofu egg sandwich. It's a family special. If you are trying to eat less animal products, this is a great way to add in some plant-based protein. So we are using tofu, and why tofu? So it is plant-based. It is a complete protein. It has all the essential amino acids, and tofu is made from condensed soy milk. And when you're shopping for tofu, you want to look for the non-GMO product, and you want to buy the extra firm. When you want to use tofu, for example, in a smoothie, you would buy the soft, so you can just blend it up. So tofu is a very high protein source, like I said, and very high in isoflavonoids that have been shown to have many, many health benefits. For example, it's been shown to help improve our skin health because of elasticity. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antimicrobial, and lots of antioxidants. So if you're on the fence about tofu, hopefully today's recipe will help you out. It's super simple, can be made in less than 10 minutes. It's called the tofu egg sandwich. So it is, instead of eating eggs, you're going to use this tofu recipe. So first off, I already cut up the tofu block, but when you get the block, you're going to want to smash the water out of it with some towels. So you just take it and make sure you can get as much water out of it as possible. And if you're not cooking the complete block that you buy, you can store the extra in the refrigerator covered in water. Just make sure it's covered in water. So I took the block and I cut it in these rectangles, and I've already marinated it in the marinade, and so you can see it has this orangey yellow color from the turmeric. So this recipe calls for a couple tablespoons of soy sauce, and you can use coconut aminos if you're gluten-free. You can use a reduced sodium soy sauce. So it has 3 tablespoons soy sauce. It has just a little bit of turmeric. A lot goes a long way, so 1/4 of a teaspoon. I added a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then a little bit of salt, just a pinch of your Himalayan salt. And if you have onion powder, that will go well too, or you can saute some onions. And there was a drop of 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and it didn't make it to the table today. It actually fell out and went all over the place. So, minus the olive oil on the table today. So that's the marinade. It doesn't have to sit too long in it if you're in a big hurry. So just don't worry about that, letting it sit overnight or anything. You just can put the little spices on it, and then you can cook it right away. So that's what we're going to do on our skillet here. And so you would get your skillet. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. If you have an air fryer, it cooks really well in the air fryer as well. It comes out really crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. And if you've never cooked with tofu, tofu doesn't have any flavor. So that's the beauty of it, because you can make it taste like anything you want it to taste like. So of course it's going to taste more like a soy sauce today, but you can use any kind of marinade that you like. So that it can be used in a lot of variety of dishes. It's known to be used like in a lot of stir fries. So we're going to cook it up now, and it just takes a couple minutes. And usually I would just spray it with olive oil or something, but we don't have that today. So I'm just going to put it here. I'm going to put 2 blocks our tofu. Just, you can see how the thickness is, about a ½ inch. I'm going to stick it on here. I'm just going to pour this over it. So you can make extra, you can use the whole block, and you can do it meal prep way. And so you would cook all of the tofu and have leftovers for the following days for a quick meal. So you don't have to worry about what you're eating. So I'm going to move on to the rest of the recipe. While that is cooking, it's just a couple minutes on each side. So it's a sandwich. So let's get our sandwich ready. So I am using the Ezekiel bread. And I chose the Ezekiel bread. I'll show it to you here. And if you don't know anything about the Ezekiel bread, it's one of the healthiest breads out there. And that's because it's used with sprouted grains. So it's not gluten-free. The Ezekiel bread is made with sprouted grains. So it has the wheat, millet, barley, and spelt. And it also has legumes, soy, and lentils. So with all these grains, it's very high in protein. So one slice, to get enough protein in, that would give you 5 grams of protein. So that's great, and it's also high in fiber, and it's a bread that has no added sugars or sweeteners or anything in there. So, like I said, it's from sprouted grains, and sprouted grains have increased nutrient levels, and they have decreased anti-nutrient levels, so it's healthier. And the sprouting also reduces the carbohydrates in these grains, so it has less carbohydrates than other breads, and it's very high in amino acid lysine, so that's also another benefit. And it's very tasty if you haven't tried the Ezekiel bread. So try that out one day, lots of nutrients. I'm just going to flip this over. You can see it's cooking there. Okay, so that is going to be our base of the sandwich. And then I'm going to have some sliced tomatoes. No sandwich is a sandwich without the tomatoes, right? So we're just going to thinly slice some tomato. Okay. Lots of vitamin C, lots of vitamins and minerals and fiber and deliciousness in the tomato. The next thing I'm going to put is our arugula. I'm going to take some arugula. If you don't have arugula, you can use spinach, you can use lettuce, whatever greens you'd like to use. Some added vitamins and minerals, fiber, antioxidants, just lots of nutrition and flavor. And then the other green I'm going to add is our microgreens. You might have never heard of this. These are microgreens, so that means that they're small, as you can see. Okay? Tiny. So microgreens are very aromatic. Lots of smell, rich flavor. Some can be spicy, some can be bitter, some can be even sour. And what these are a young vegetable, okay? It's a baby plant, and it's between a sprout and a baby green. And there's a lot of varieties of the microgreens. For example, this microgreen on the label, it's broccoli, organic, kale, or vegetables as well. So they're microgreens, very high in vitamins and minerals, help fight diseases. They really pack a punch in their small amount. So you don't have to eat a lot of this to get a lot of nutrition. They are very high in polyphenols, very high in antioxidants. So have about 9 times more than their counterparts, for example, broccoli. So the microgreens of broccoli have 9 times the amount of nutrients. So that's pretty awesome because you don't have to eat as much, right? And so they're great to add onto sandwiches and salads, dishes, what have you. So I'm going to add some of those on our sandwich here. Okay. And another green I wanted to add on there was the avocado. And it didn't make it in the bag today, but what sandwich is a sandwich without avocado? So I would do like an avocado spread right there. Let's look at our tofu. It's cooking away here. It's almost done, just a few minutes, and then we'll be done. So you guys have any questions? So you can see it takes less than 10 minutes, and you can make extra and have it for several days, feed the family. And if you have extra, you can throw the tofu in the stir fry the next day. You can throw it in a salad. You can make a variety. Looks like it's pretty cooked. Just gonna let it cook for about another minute. So one more thing about the tofu. I did do a YouTube a couple weeks ago on the benefits of eating soy products, and just the most important thing when you buy the tofu, just the non-GMO, the extra firm, if you're using it for dishes like this. And it's the cost of the protein is very low compared to other proteins like from animal products. So it's very cost effective. So that's great. We always want to save money there. And one of these blocks is about 15 grams of protein. So each bread is 5 grams of protein each. So that's already 25 grams of protein. And that's on average what we need for a meal. Of course, it varies depending on who you are. But for breakfast, that's a pretty high, a good amount of protein for breakfast. And we're always striving to get enough protein in our breakfast. And having tofu is an excellent way. So I want to show you the sandwich up close. Look at that. If you wanted to add any ketchup or mustard or avocado for sure, and serve it up with a side of carrots for more deliciousness and fiber. So, see how easy this recipe was? Look at the sandwich. That's amazing. Look at that. So that is the tofu egg sandwich food demo. I want to thank everyone for coming. It's super simple to make. You saw it took me less than 10 minutes. Yep. And just a recap, I had a few tablespoons of soy sauce. I had some garlic powder. You can use some onion powder as well, and some turmeric. Lots of benefits in our turmeric, right? And then a pinch of salt if you would like. And it just soaked in there. And you don't have to marinate it too long if you're in a hurry. And then you cook it up in your air fryer on your skillet for a couple minutes on each side, and put it on your Z-fill bread, and you're set to go. And you will be fueled for your whole morning with this high protein breakfast. And so if you're trying to remove some of the animal products in your diet, and this is an excellent way to do that. So we are all set. That is our Friday food demo. If you don't know what to cook this weekend, definitely give this tofu a try, buying the extra firm non-GMO tofu, and you'll be set. Thank you all for joining me again. I will be back on Tuesday with a Tuesday nutrition topic. Until then, have a great weekend, and I will see you guys then. Thank you.